Now look here, don't judge me. I'm telling you, don't judge me. But I've done it. I've played the wild card.
What's up guys, JNO here, and welcome to JNO United. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and remember, it's all about the game.
So, playing the wild card, I mean business. So we have Jack Butland, starts 20 out of 20, goals conceded, 21 goals out of 20 games. That's not bad. Clean sheets, we've got 8, that's joint second in the whole league for goalkeepers. Total saves, 77. Again, top of the league, most saves of any goalkeeper in the Premier League. Saves from shots inside the box, 48, first as well. And minutes per save, 24.7, which is second highest in the league. So to have got 8 clean sheets when he's the second busiest goalkeeper in the league is incredible, and that's why he isn't going anywhere even though I played the wild card. Speaking of people who are going nowhere, Toby Alderweireld. He's played 20 out of 20 games, so I know he's always going to be put on the pitch. Goals conceded 16, that's less than games he's played. Clean sheets 7, clearances 156 clearances, which is the third best in the league. He's scored 2 goals and had 15 attempts on goal, and from inside the box he's had 14, which is second best for defenders in the league. On target he's had 7 shots on target, and he's also got 2 assists, so he wasn't going anywhere. But there is a new boy in the defence, and it's Aaron Cresswell, fellow West Ham boy. Come on you Irons. Starts 19 out of 20, goals conceded 22, which is just above the amount of games played. Clean sheets 7, goal involvement 14.3, which is pretty high for a defender. Chances created 26, which is third best for a defender in the league. And assists, he's third, which is joint first for a defender. There is a new boy though from Chelsea, resurgent Chelsea, and it's Cesar Azpilicueta. Last 6 game weeks we're going to look at because Chelsea were awful before then. He's had 5 starts out of 6, so he's pretty nailed on as the left back. Goals conceded 5, clean sheets 2, and tackles 1, 17, which is joint third highest for a defender in the league. Now we're moving on to the juicy part, the part you've all been waiting for. Who have I brought in for midfield and attack? The first boy is Dele Alli. I suggested him in another one of my videos earlier this year or late last year. He has played 6 out of 6 of the last games. Goals he scored 3, which is joint third highest for a midfielder in the league. Total attempts 17, which is 4th highest in the league. Inside the box he's had 9 attempts. Assists he's had 2, which is joint second highest in the league for the last 6 game weeks. Through balls he's had 6, also joint second highest. And goal involvement 62.5% goal involvement, which is great for a midfielder at his price. Kevin De Bruyne is keeping his spot for now, but Dimitri Payet is on his heels, so he needs to put in a performance against Everton. He's played 16 out of the last 20 games, but remember he was a late transfer. Goals, he's scored 5, which is joint 4th highest for a midfielder. Assists, he's got 8, which is second highest. We all know who's highest. Chances created 55, which is second again. And goal involvement, 50% goal involvement when there's a goal when he's on the pitch. Marko Arnautovic keeps his place for now, but we'll have to see how he performs and how Stoke perform in the new year. In the last 6 game weeks though, he's played 6 out of 6 games. He's scored 4 goals, which is second highest in the league behind Mahrez. Total attempts 18, which is third highest in the league. Inside the box he's had 12 attempts, which is joint second highest in the league, with minutes per chance at 31.7 minutes and goal conversion rate of 22.2%. And then we have the man, the assist machine, Mesut Ozil. He's played 19 out of 20 games for Arsenal. Assists he's got 16 already, with chances created 83. Through balls 23, all of those being first for a midfielder in the league. If Arsenal just buy a really good striker, then his assists will skyrocket even more. Successful passes in the final third, 538, with a minute per chance created at 20.4 and goal involvement of 59.4% when he's on the pitch. That's why he was going nowhere despite a couple of blanks. As for the strikers, Harry Kane is staying in on the virtue that Lukaku and Vardy have a slight knock, so may or may not play. But he's played 20 out of 20 games with 11 goals, which is 4th best for a striker in the league. Attempts, he's had 73, which is 1st best, with a minute per chance of 25.1 minutes. And assists, he's got 1, with a goal involvement when he's on the pitch of 35.3%. So he's staying, but we're keeping an eye on Lukaku and Diego Costa, who just misses out because he took a knock in the FA Cup game. And we'll keep an eye on that, so he may get in the team still. Then we're bringing in the guy that I cannot say the name of, Odion Ighalo. He's played 20 games out of 20 with 14 goals, which is 2nd in the league, just behind Vardy and Lukaku. Attempts 68, which is 3rd best in the league, but from inside the box he's had 61 attempts, which is the best in the league for a forward. Minute per chance of 25.9 minutes with 2 assists and a goal involvement rate when he's on the pitch of 66.7%. And finally we have the man that I'm too scared not to have in my team, and it's Sergio Aguero. Despite the fact he's been injured, he's played 13 games out of 20. He scored 8 goals, which is 6th best for a striker in the league. Attempts, he's had 47, which is 8th best in the league, and a minute per chance ratio when he's been playing of 19.2, which is incredible. Assists, he's got 1, and goal involvement when he's on the pitch of 50%. So despite the fact he's been injured, his stats still suggest he could be a big scorer, which is why I cannot not have him in the team. So there is my lineup in front of you right now, and you can see on the bench I've got Fabianski. I think Swansea's defence is shored up, which is why Ashley Williams is there as well, and I think in some games they will get clean sheets. Sunderland at home, Williams may come in for someone, I just can't figure out which of those 3 defenders I want to take out. And then you've got Albrighton and Simpson, both on the bench as well from Leicester, and we will get on to why Mahrez and Vardy are no longer in the party. My opponent in the Certified Premier League is I've Got a Feeling. Last week he got 40 points, which is better, a lot better than I did. And he has Vardy, Giroud, Kane, Arnautovic, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Coutinho, who I'm presuming he's going to transfer out, Smith, Dyer, Sanya and Hart. Now, for all I know, he's played his wildcard, so I have no idea what I'm coming up against. But good luck, I've got a feeling. If we have a look at the fixtures, I'm a bit worried that I don't have a Crystal Palace player because they're coming up against Aston Villa. Man United, Newcastle. Last time everyone thought Man United would get some points and it turned out to be a draw. Newcastle seem to turn up against a big side, so I don't know what's going to happen there. West Brom have been conceding quite a few, so I'm expecting Chelsea to score, which is why I'm keeping an eye on Diego Costa. Oscar and Willian also made it into my team at some point this week and then have got taken out again. So who knows, it could all change by the time Tuesday rolls around, but at the moment this is the team I'm going for. Watford, I'm expecting to get something at Southampton as they've been on a real bad run of form. Man City, Everton, Man City at home, I couldn't take De Bruyne out. Not this game week, maybe afterwards, but with a home game I just was too worried that he'd get a big score and I'd have transferred him out and look like an idiot. I'm hoping Stoke do something against Norwich, return to that form that made me call them Stoke-Alona. And then a big game, Liverpool versus Arsenal. With all of Liverpool's injuries, I'm expecting Arsenal to actually do well here, which is why Ozil is still in the side. And finally, let me explain myself as to why Mahrez and Vardy don't make the cut. This is because I think that teams are starting to figure out how to play against Leicester. Leicester have been very counter-attacking, and I think other teams are now dropping back a bit more, giving them more possession, and they don't really know what to do with that possession because that's not the style they've come accustomed to playing. Now, Vardy's stats haven't actually dropped off too badly, but that being said, Vardy has picked up a knock, maybe going in for surgery, so you're not going to keep him. Mahrez, on the other hand, has found his attacking output drop significantly. Maybe that's because he's got less space to run into or run behind, who knows, but Mahrez has really dropped off recently and he missed that penalty, so that is why both of them haven't made the cut, purely because I think this may be the time when Leicester's run of form comes to an end. Now, of course, I could be completely wrong, but fingers crossed for me. Here are the stats to back myself up. In the last 4 game weeks, Leicester have dropped into the bottom half of the table for attacking stats. You're looking at 3 goals in the last 4 games, which is 14th best in the league. Attempts 44 in the last 4 games, that's 12th best in the league. On target, they've had 14, That says on target. I should have written on target, and that says 14, which is 13th best in the league. Goal conversion rate of 6.8, which is 14th best in the league. And chances created, 31, which is 15th best in the league. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. I've been JNO, you've been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.